Hello everyone, welcome to Job Interview and Resume Mastery, your part 2 career success. So, if you are planning to prepare for your interview, this is the exact course you're looking for. This will help you to get prepared for your interview and make you strong and make you confident for the interview. So, in this course, what you are going to learn. Lesson 1, Understanding the job market. Lesson 2, Setting career goals. Lesson 3, Resume fundamentals. Lesson 4, Creating a resume. Lesson 5, Purpose and structures of a cover letter. Lesson 6, Making a cover letter. Lesson 7, Types of interview. Lesson 8, Common interview questions. Lesson 9, Preparing for interviews. Lesson 10, Mastering the job hunt, effective interview skills, follow-up, and strategic networking presentation. So, if you take this course, you'll be able to learn about the job market, you'll know about the career goal, you'll know how to create a resume, how to form a cover letter. There are different types of interview questions, and also you'll know different type of skills. So I hope you all will be able to learn this one. See you in our course. Introduction. Overview of job market. So always you need to overview, or you have to see the job market, what kind of job is available and what is suit for you. Importance of understanding market trends. Always you have to understand about the market trends, what type of work is now trending, what you can just do. You have to understand those market trends. Benefit for job seekers. So whoever is seeking for a job, they have to look that they are getting benefited, their benefits are there in that particular job. Understanding the job market means being aware of the factors that influence employment opportunities, such as industry trends, economic condition, and technological advancement. So you have to maintain this one: industry trends, economic conditions, and technological advancement. Then, by staying informed, job seekers can make better decision about which skills to develop, where to look for, and how to position themselves in the market. So a job seeker should know how to position them in the market, how to look for a job, and develop their particular skills. Industry trends, growth industries and declining industries. So here two different options is there: growth industries and declining industries. Growth industries are those kind of industries which will lead you growing, and those industries are growing currently. And declining industries, like some industries are now going down, or less job opportunities are there in this particular industries. For example, in the growth industries, there are technology, which works with AI and different software development. Then healthcare sector. In healthcare sector such as nursing, then telemedicine, these sectors are like booming and growing. Then renewable energy. Currently there is a high demand of renewable energy like solar energy, then wind power energy, and e-commerce. E-commerce plays an important role in this particular time because people are buying products from the online more. Previously they used to go to the traditional shop and they used to buy from there, but now more people are going towards the e-commerce side and they're buying from there. Then the next one is declining industries. So declining industries, what are those? Let's see. Traditional manufacturing. So people are not focusing on the traditional manufacturing now. They're getting advanced, they're learning more things, and they're following that trends now. So because of that, this traditional manufacturing industries are going down. Then if we see the next one is like retail. So due to this e-commerce, these retail owners are not able to sell their products offline. Most products are selling online. Labor market statistics. Unemployment rates, current trends, and employment rates, demographic and regional insights. So by monitoring unemployment rates will help you to understand the overall health of the particular economy. So suppose you're having a population of 100 and half of the population or more than half of the population is unemployed. So what kind of economy your population is having? So based on the employment and unemployment rate, you'll know the economic health. And if there is a unhealthy economy or high unemployment rate, then you should know there is a hard time going in the job market. For employment rates, demography and regional insight varies. Because of this employment rate varies. For example, urban areas is having more employment than the rural area because people are coming for earning money and to get settled down. In the rural areas, people are moving from the rural areas and they're going to the urban areas. Then the next one is in-demand skills. So there are two skills, technical skills and soft skills. So these are two different type of skills. Depending on that, you can get job. A person will have these two type of skills, but which is technical and which is soft skill, you have to understand this one. Technical skills such as data analysis, programming like Python, JavaScript, CSS, all those things. Then cybersecurity, digital marketing, all this coming under the technical skills. If you see an example like a programmer doing programming, this is a technical skill. Whereas a soft skill is like communication, teamwork, problem solving, and adaptability. So these all are the soft skills where you need both the skills for your work. So for technically, if you doing programming and you are working with a team, so you should have a team work there. Then communication, you should have a better communication. Then any problem is there, you can just go and try to solve the problem. Internal conflicts between your team or any problem related to your work, you can just do this one. Then adaptability, if you just go and sit somewhere and if you're not adapting with the particular situation, then you might face a hard time there. So this also helps a lot. So you should have also this adaptability skills. Geographic factors, regional job markets, industry hotspot. So what is regional job market? Regional job market is based on a particular region. Previously I gave an example of rural to urban. So this is a region. So a urban area where people are coming and working, what kind of job is present there? Jobs such as like office worker, manager, then healthcare worker, and many more. If you come over to the rural area, what kind of job you will be able to see there? You'll be able to see farmers, then different type of farm owners are there. Those kind of jobs you will be able to find. Then remote work, increasing flexibility. So what is a remote work? After this COVID pandemic, this particular thing got popularity because people can work from home or from any location of the world. Suppose I'm working for Microsoft and I am staying in Alaska and I no need to go to office. I'm working for the Microsoft from my home and I'm delivering the work for the Microsoft there. So this is called as remote work. You'll have lots of flexibility there. You can just manage your own time. Just you need to finish your work and spend your own time. The next one is education and training. In education and training, there is educational requirements like degree versus experiences. So degree is like you're studying for a particular job. Suppose you want to do nursing, you're studying for the nursing, bachelor's in nursing you're doing. And if you have an experience in a different section, suppose you're having an experience in programming with nursing, you can just do that one also. So degree versus experience is like you're having an experience and you work for that experience, you're not working for that degree, or you're working for that degree and you're not having that experience. To clear this one, different jobs requires different level of education. For example, some roles might require advanced degree while other might prioritize hand-on experiences. So over here you can see like some jobs might ask you for the degree and some jobs might not ask you for the degree, they'll ask you for the experience. Then continuous learning, importance of lifelong education. Continuous learning is crucial with industries evolving rapidly. Staying updated is essential. So you should increase your skills, grow, and you should learn more things. The next one is economic conditions. Economic cycles, booming and recession. So economic condition plays a significant role in the job market. During economic booms, there are more jobs in the market than the recession period. So during the boom, you'll find lots of type of jobs are there. If the market is good, then you'll find lots of job. The economic background of that particular population will be good. And if some recession is going on, then you will find that there is a hard situation going on the job market. Then government policies impact on job creation. So government is having different type of policies regarding this job, such as tax incentives and job creation program. So government can increase or decrease the tax and they can create different type of jobs there. This influence the job market and the economic condition so much. Then the next one is technological advancement, automation and AI, job transformation. So the current trends are shifting. They're going towards the automation and the AI. Now you can see there are different type of jobs which are done by the AI and some jobs are done by the humans and they can specialize those jobs. Some jobs like AI specialist is there. Then automation, like previously you need to do a work within an hour, but because of this automation, you are now able to do that particular work within 10 minutes. Then innovation, emerging technologies. So there are new innovations are coming around. Adapting to those particular innovations, you're able to have a better work life, and the market situation also is becoming good. Job search and resources. Online job portals. Online job portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, and Glassdoor. So you can just search for different jobs online. Different portals are there. LinkedIn, this is a popular website where you can just find different type of jobs there, and you can just work for a company. You can get hired from the hiring manager, and you can just work there. Then Indeed also a same platform like LinkedIn, but you will get more jobs there, and Glassdoor also is same. Networking, importance and tips. So you should have a networking like connection with different people, so they can refer you for the job, or they can help you to search for the job. The next one is company insights. Company culture, research and fit. So researching a company culture is crucial to ensure your goal fit. So always you should research a particular company and then you should go. Because if you're working for a company and if you're not fit in there, you might not able to satisfy yourself. You might be earning lots of money, but you won't be able to satisfy yourself. What culture the company is following, you should follow. If you're able to adapt that one, then that is good. If you're not able to adapt, then you should have a good research in this one. Financial health, stability and prospects. Assessing a company's financial health can help you understand its stability and growth perspectives. So whenever you're just researching about the financial condition of the particular company, you'll be able to know this company is stable or not. If the particular company is having a good financial situation, then you'll be able to find a better job. But if that particular company is not able to maintain the financial health, then this company is not stable. Global influence, globalization, impact on local markets. So most of the companies in the world are going for the globalization. They wanted to grow more and connect with more people. So now you can just work for a different company from your particular country. A company based in the US, you can work for them. Pandemics and crisis. Lesson from COVID-19. As I mentioned earlier, that COVID-19 has changed the world. Now people can work remotely from their home for a different company. You can just manage your own timing. However you want to work, you can just work and you can get paid. And this is a good sign for the market, because people are getting high salaries. They can work from home. They can have the facilities to work and can have a flexible life. So I hope you all understand about this class. If you're having any doubt in this class, you can just ask. We'll be able to help you. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Hello everyone. Welcome to Job Interview and Resume Mastery. Today is our second lesson and our lesson topic is setting career goals. So in this class, you'll be learning about the career goals and how to set a career goal and what are the different aspects of the career goal. You might be thinking like, what is a career goal? A career goal is a specific object or milestone that an individual can aim or they can achieve this one. And this helps them to grow professionally. These goals provide direction, focus, motivation to the career. And this helps a person to complete and achieve a particular thing in their life. This helps a lot a person to grow and develop themselves. So let's start this lesson and let's see what are those aspects and how we are going to set a career goal for ourselves. Setting career goals, a comprehensive guide. Introduction. Setting career goals is a fundamental steps toward achieving professional success and personal satisfaction. Clear, well-defined career goals provide direction, motivation, and a roadmap for your career journey. This guide will explore the importance of setting career goals, the different type of career goals, and the step to effectively set and achieve them. Importance of setting career goal. Direction and focus. So always while setting a goal, you have to set particularly. You have to focus in that particular section where your goal will lead. So you should select a particular path for the direction and you should have a focus for your goal. You have to see like within 1 year where you will be, and that should be your focus. So by doing that, you can just have this direction and you can have a focus on your particular goal. Motivation. Have specific goals keep you motivated. Each steps toward your particular goal will motivate you and will encourage you. It will be a source of encouragement and pushing you harder for your particular goal to achieve. Measurement of progress. Goal allow you to measure your progress. So a goal will allow you to measure what is your progress. Now, if you start from zero, after 1 year, what will be your position? So if you look back after 1 year and then if you just calculate, you can just measure your progress. If you reach 20 or 30, you can see your progress, like how much you have come through. That is the progress by setting milestones. So you can understand, like you can setting a milestone, you can divide like another next year I'll go in this particular stage, and then after 2 years I'll be in this particular stage. So after each milestone you can just go, take a break, look back and see your progress. So from 0 you went to 30 within 1 year, so you're having this much progress. Again, on the next 2 years you went from 30 to 90, you're having the progress. You can just look back and you can just see your particular progress. Professional development. Setting career goals encourage continuous learning and development. So if you select a goal, if you choose a goal, it will just lead you to the development. You will be able to learn lots of things. You'll know new things about life, about your particular purpose, and can push you to get more skills. Then you will be able to get more opportunities and stay competitive in your particular field. So for an example, you choose a goal to become a writer. Now you're not able to write properly, but within 6 months you started writing properly. Your blogs are getting famous. People are reacting on your blogs. and you're developing the skills. You're like focusing to try to be best. You'll have a professional development in your particular sector of writing, and you'll unlock lots of type of opportunities from this particular work. Personal satisfaction. Achieving your goal brings a sense of accomplishment and personal satisfaction. You might feel this one before also, like you did a work, you put your all the effort in that work, and after you got success or satisfaction you can feel. Similarly to this one, if you set a goal and if you can achieve that particular goal, you'll have the personal satisfaction of that work, and it will make you to do some more good works. You'll be able to focus on some new goals. You will be able to put effort and hard work on those particular goals. Types of career goal. Short-term goals. Short-term goals are the type of goals which you can accomplish within a year or two. So these goals you might select, and you'll be planning to finish this particular goal within 1 or 2 years. Suppose you want to complete a course on programming. So you just get admission. Within 1 to 2 years or 3 years, you are finishing the course. So this is your goal, to complete the course with a good mark. So now after 3 years, you completed the course, you are having a good result, and you are having a good career in that particular section. Then the next one is long-term goals. So the long-term goals are the type of goals where you are putting your time for a long period, like 5 years or 10 years or more than that. So suppose you are investing on something now. Suppose you are investing $1 lakh in some particular investment or startup. Now overnight you cannot expect that $1 lakh is becoming more, 2 lakh or 5 lakh within one night. You have to put time, you have to wait for that one, and then it will increase. After 10 years or 15 years, your particular $1 lakh turn into 1 million or 10 million dollar. So similarly to your goal, you are just setting a goal. You want to achieve that goal, but it's a long-term goal. You have to wait for long time, and then you'll get the result. Suppose you want to become a CEO of a company, or starting a business, or achieving expertise in that particular sectors. So this will take a long term. You cannot be a CEO of a company the day you join. You have to gain trust, you have to be continuous in your work, and like that you might become a CEO of the company. The next one is performance goal. This goal focus on improving specific job performance materials, such as increasing sales, enhancing customer satisfaction, and improving project delivery. So these kind of goals are depending on your particular job performance, and this is like a performance related goal. So suppose you want to sell a product, you want to sell 1,000 units of a product, and what is your goal? To sell 1,000 unit within 1 week. So if you just able to finish or achieve the goal, you'll be a successful person in this category. Learning goals. These goals aim at acquiring new knowledge and skills. So here you're getting the knowledge or the skills of that particular work. You're just learning and setting the goals for the learning. Suppose I am doing nursing. Now I want to achieve a skill on programming. So what I can do? I can take a coursework along with my nursing. So I am doing nursing side by side. I am learning this one also. And when I'll be able to finish this particular course, I'll be able to complete my particular goal, or I'll be achieving my particular goal. Personal development goal. These goals focus on personal growth such as improving work-life balance, developing leadership quality, or enhancing time management skills. So this is related to personal development. Sometimes you might need some time to develop yourself, like time management. Then you want to develop leadership quality for yourself. You can just do this one. So setting a goal based on this one, you can develop yourself. Steps to setting career goals. Self-assessment. So in the self-assessment, identify strengths and weaknesses. Always you have to identify your strength. What is your strength? What will make you stronger? And your weaknesses. What things or what objects can make you weak? And those weaknesses can be obstacles for your particular goal. So you have to overcome your particular weaknesses and you have to gain strength for your particular goal. Define your passion. So always you should define or determine your particular passion. You have to align with your particular work. So your career goal should reflect your passion and interest. So if you are not showing interest in your particular career, you won't be able to achieve the goal. I just give an example of me doing nursing, and I don't have interest in nursing. So if I don't have interest in nursing, how I'll build my career based on nursing? So always you should have interest in your particular career and your goal will be achievable more. The next one is research and exploration. Explore career options. You have to explore different career options. There are lots of career present. You have to explore those, research those opportunities, and you have to select those one. Understanding the requirements, challenges, and potential growth area of that particular career. Then seek advice. You can just go to expertise. Then you can just go to the mentors, professional people, then industry professionals. They can guide you, they can give you advice regarding this particular career and the goal. Set smart goals. Specific. Your goal should be specific. What you want, it should be specific. No other thought should be there. No mix of thoughts in that specific goal. Then measurable. Ensure your goal is quantifiable. So your goal should be a measurable. Define how you measure your progress and know when you have achieved it. Then achievable. So your goal should be a realistic goal. It should be a achievable one. Sometimes you might select a goal which is not achievable. Like, I want to achieve $1 million within 1 month. And depending on my current situation, it's not possible to get $1 million within 1 month. So it should be achievable. Then the next one is relevant. Ensure your goal is relevant to your career aspects and aligned with your long-term objectives. So it should be relevant to your particular career or particular work. So if you're doing something which is not relevant to your particular career, then you may not able to fulfill or achieve the goal. Time bound. Set a deadline for achieving your goal. So always set a timeline for your goal. If you don't select the timeline or set the timeline, you won't be able to finish or achieve your goal. You'll be thinking like, okay, if it is not today, I might finish this one tomorrow. Sometimes you need to finish a project within 1 week, and you thought of finishing that one within 1 week, but without setting the goal, without setting the time limit, and you're doing your work by your own. But on the 7th day, when you're not able to finish the work, then you're not achieving your work or your goal. You're failing to fulfill your particular goal. So always select or set a time. Then the next one is develop an action plan. So always break down goals. So if you just break your goals, keep it in small part, that is more achievable. Like, you want to complete a course on programming and you want to finish that one within 3 years. Now, if you just want to finish that thing within 3 years, you need to have some small break between that. So by doing that one, you can have a milestone. You'll be able to see your progress, how far you went, and that will make you feel like your goal is easy. You won't feel like hard. Then setting the milestone, as I mentioned, setting the milestone will be helpful for you. Like what you want after 6 months, after 1 year, after 1.5 years, like that you can just divide this one. Identify resources. You can just identify the resources of this particular goal. Then create timeline. So as I mentioned, you should have a timeline for this one, by which time you should finish this one. Then the next one is execute and monitor. Take action, improve your action plan, and start working towards your goals. Stay committed and consist in your work effort. Monitor progress. So you have to monitor your progress. Then seek for feedback. So if you are not getting feedback, you won't be able to progress. So you should have feedback on your particular goal. People will give comment. Take it as a positive way and try to improve yourself. Don't take those things as a negative way. Take it as a positive thing and progress. Review and adjust. So evaluate your achievement. What you have achieved, you are satisfied or not, evaluate that one. By evaluating this one, you'll be able to know what are your problems and mistakes you have done, and you will get experience based on this one. Stay flexible. Be open to changing your goals as you grow. So you can be flexible. You can change your goal as you move forward, develop yourself, and you can change your goal. You can make it more stronger. In conclusion, I can just say that setting career goal is a dynamic and ongoing process. It requires self-awareness, research, planning, and constant effort. By setting clear, achievable, and meaningful goal, you can navigate your career path with confidence and purpose. Remember, the journey towards your career goal is as important as the destination. Stay motivated, be persistent, and keep learning and growing along the way. So I hope you all understand about this class. If you are having any doubt in this class, you can just ask us. We'll be able to help you. Till then, take care. Goodbye. So I hope you all understand about this class. If you are having any doubt or problem regarding setting career goals, you can just ask me. I'll be able to help you. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Resume fundamentals. Introduction. Your resume is a marketing tool that highlights your professional background and skills to employers. It should be concise, well organized, and tailored to the job you are applying for. A strong resume will help you stand out in a competitive job market and make you to the next step in the hiring process. Key sections of a resume. Number one is contact information. So here you'll be able to put the contact information, professional summary or objectives. Then the next one is work experience, education, skills, certification, and awards. Additional section. This is optional. So now let's go for the next one. Contact information. Components. Full name. Make sure your name is prominent and easily visible at the top of the resume. So your name should be visible at the top of your resume and it should be prominent. Phone number. Provide a reliable phone number where the hiring manager or the team of the hiring officials can contact you. Email address. A professional email address. Identify with your name. So use an email address which is having your name in it. LinkedIn profile. If you're having a LinkedIn profile, put that URL in your particular resume. Address. You can include address like your city and state. So this is the optional one. Professional summary or objectives. The purpose of professional summary is to provide a brief overview of your qualification and career goal. So there is difference between professional summary and the objectives. A professional summary consists systematic highlights on your experience, key skills, and what you bring to the role. And an objective, a short statement about your career goals and your aim achieved in the role, suitable for entry-level candidates, for those changing the careers. And for the professional summary, it is mostly suitable for the significant experiences. Next one is work experiences. The purpose is to showcase your professional history and impact you have provided in your particular job previously. The components, job title. So what type of job you're doing, what was the title of your job, you can mention over there. So suppose you work as a nurse or a doctor, so you can just put as a doctor. Company name. As a company name, you can just add the hospital name over there. So what hospital you have worked Then location. What location? You can just put Alaska, then Singapore, London, any place you have worked, you can just mention over there. Date of employment. So over here, you have to add the dates, the starting dates and the last date you have worked there. If you still working, you can just mention as present. If you just left the job, whichever day you have left the job, you can just mention at there. Bullet point. Describe your responsibilities, achievements, and the skills you utilize. Use action verb and quantify result when possible. The next one is education. The purpose is to highlight your academic background and relevant coursework. So this will allow you to highlight your academic background and whatever course you have taken during your studies. Components, degree. Always mention the degree name. So for the doctor, you can just mention MBBS, or for the nurse, BSc nursing or MSc nursing or any other nursing field. If you're a psychiatrist, you can just mention that one. If you did honors in English, you can just mention that one also over there. Then institute name. So in the institute name, you can just add the particular institute or the organization or the university or the school where you have studied. You can just mention it over there. The location, in the location, you can just mention wherever your location was, your school location is. You can just mention that one. Then graduation date. So whichever date you have just graduated, you can mention the date over here. Then relevant coursework. This is optional. So list the courses that are relevant to your job you're applying. Suppose you have done some courses on some programming and you're applying for that one, a programming related job. So you can just mention those particular course over here. Then the next one is skills. The purpose is to list your relevant skill and match the job description. So over here, the purpose is you have to show whatever skill is required for this particular job. If you have those skills, you can just mention it over here. The component, hard skill and the soft skill. So the hard skills are specific to teachable abilities or knowledge sets such as programming, data analytics, SEO. Soft skills are like interpersonal skills, communication, teamwork, problem solving. Certifications and awards. The purpose is to showcase additional qualifications and recognitions that set you apart. So over here, you can just put some achievements or the certificates which you have taken by completing some course or completing some work. The component, certification name. What certificate is that? You have to mention the name. Issuing organization. From which organization you have taken this particular certificate, you can just mention it over here. The date, you can just mention the date over here, like which date you have completed this particular certificate. Additional sections, options. So this is an optional one. Depending on your experience and the job you are applying for, you may include additional sections such as projects, voluntary experiences, language, publications. So depending on your particular job and whichever job you're applying, you can just add these things over here. Here you can see the format of a particular resume. You can just check this one. All the necessary information are present in this particular resume. You can just make your own resume like this. Conclusion. In conclusion, I can just tell you, crafting a strong resume requires attention to detail, a clear understanding of your own experiences and skills, and the ability to tailor your content to the job you are seeking. By following these guidelines and using the provided format, you can create a compelling resume that highlights your qualification and make a great first impression on the potential employers. So I hope you all understand about this class. If you're having doubt in this class, you can just ask us. We'll be able to help you. Till then, take care. Goodbye. So after coming over to the Canva, you'll have this type of interface. So over here, you can see I just search about the resume. If I click on resume or professional resume, it will just bring me lots of type of templates over here. You can take inspiration from the templates and you can just go one by one, or else you can just create your own resume. So let's try to take some inspiration from these particular designs. So how we are going to create our own resume over there. So now let's click over here, create a blank professional resume. So if I click on this one, it will just open this particular tab over here. In this tab, you can just customize however you want. So let's zoom this one and let's start this one. So today I'm going to create a resume for a nurse. So first of all, we need a photo frame. So let's go over to the frame and let's drag this one over here. So we can just resize this one however we want. So I want this particular space over here and I'll just adjust this one over here. So this will be our photo. If you want to make it long, you can just make it long. And then we'll start with about us or the objectives. So let's put objectives, not put about me or the professional summary over here. So to do that one, let's go over to the text. Let's add a text box over here and we can just decrease the size however we want and we'll just place it over here. We'll just put another text box over here after using the photo. And now let's add another text box, or you can just copy this one by pressing on Alt, and if you drag this one, it will just make a copy of this. So let's increase the text box size. Let's increase the size. Let's make it around 20. So this will be our particular text box where we'll just write about us. You can just make it small also if you just want. And over here, I can just put the contact detail or any other detail if I want. We'll just go for the next one. Let's go and let's go and press a L. So if I just press L, it will just give me a line over here. So let's take the line. So this line will separate this particular section from this one. So we'll just place it over here. And now we'll just start customizing. We'll just make some random sections over here. And now let's select both of this. Let's drag this one and place it over here. Again, let's make another copy of this one. So from our previous class, whatever information or whatever thing we just learned, we'll just try to follow those things over here. Now select another line, only a single line this time. And let's make a copy of this one. Let's make copy. Let's try to rotate this one. Let's put it in center over here, and let's drag this one. And here you can see we just make 6 different sections over here. We'll just adjust everything. We'll just adjust the color, all the text. Before that, let's place all the text over here, aligning the text over here. Alignment is done. Now let's decrease the size. Again, we'll just select the text and we'll just make copy of each text over here. Let's copy this one. Place it to center, and let's make another copy. And let's place this thing to center. So over here everything is in center. Now let's select all these 3 texts together. Let's form a group between this one. We'll just copy again and we'll just place it over here. So you can see our random sections are ready. Now we'll just put one by one. So over here let's put as experience or education. Let's start with the education. We'll put experiences over here. Then we'll put over here language or achievement or skills. We can just put skills over here. Then over here let's put the achievement. Here we'll put language, and here we'll put the contact information. So let's type over here education. Let's undo this one once, and let's place it to this side. So let's adjust the alignment there, and now let's put education. So by doing that, everything is in this side, so it's not coming over this side. Now over here also we'll do the same, left alignment, and then let's put experience. Experience over here, let's put first this one, and let's put over here skills. Skills, this one let's put achievement or certificates. Certificates, let's go and add over here language. Select this thing first, align this, language, and last one is contact, B. So this is quite ready now. Now let's go and put it over here as about. This also will do same. About me. This also will bring it this side, and we'll just align this over here. We'll just start writing anything. Now let's add some text box over here and try to adjust everything one by one. So for education, what was the first thing? Our name of the degree. So let's put as BSc Nursing. BSc Nursing. This also we are just doing it wrong. Let's go and align this one first. Now let's put as BSc nursing. Then let's copy this one and let's write something else over here, the university name. So what is the university name? You can just put over here any random university, whichever university you just studied, you can just put it over here. So I'll just mention a random one, Canva University. Then from which year to which year, we'll just mention the thing above of this. Let's decrease the size. Now let's put over here as 1994 to 2000 or 1998, 4-year course, 1998. So this is our particular course, university. Let's bring it down, and if you want to add some more things also, you can just add. So let's select this one. Let's make a group. So this is a group now. So if I just drag this one, it will move as a group. I'll just copy this particular group once again. I'll place it over here. We'll do the customization later. So let's put about the high school, or let's put about the masters over here. 2000 to 2002. Let's ungroup this one so we can do a little customization over here. Let's zoom this one. Let's drag this and done. Here we'll just mention as MSc. And this is done. So we can just make it as a group, or if you don't want to keep it as a group, you can just leave it like this. So this is done actually. Now again, we'll just make this one group. Let's copy this one over here, align this over here, and let's ungroup, and let's mention the time of work. So which time we started working over there. So let's put around 2004 to, this is the recent work. So recent work, let's put from 2010 to 2017 as a senior nurse. Senior nurse. Let's adjust the name as Canva Hospital. So this is the post. Now let's make another copy of this one and let's place it over here, aligning this one over there. So alignment is done. And now let's change the values over here. Let's put around 2004 till 2009. ICU in charge. This will just change the name as Microsoft Hospital. So this is a random name I am putting over here. Let's put the L. Now everything is done. Let's create a group for this one. We'll come over to this one later. So this is now in group. Everything is in group. Now you can just add a bullet point between both of them, or if you don't want to add a bullet point, you can keep like this if you want. Now let's go and add some skills. So for skills, let's add a text box. Let's select everything to left. Let's add a bullet point option over here, and let's start with the first one. So there are two type of skills. One is soft skill and another one is depending on your particular skills. So emergency care, critical care, then let's put as teamwork, communication skills. So these four we are going to put over here now. Now let's go and drag this over here, align this properly, done. And then certificates. So over here let's add some certificates. Let's delete this one, and the first certificate let's put as emergency care certificate. There is 2I, so we'll just remove one, then press enter, and then let's put something else over here as ENLS. Then any other certificate, like if you do out of nursing, you know those things like computer skills or any different skills certificate you gain. So let's put as like this two will just put over here, not more than this. If you want to put more, you can just put more. Now let's copy this one once again. We'll just put it over here, and let's try to customize this one. So first one as English, then Spanish, and last one is French. So these three language you can mention over here, like what is the level, native or not, all those things you can just put over here. Then contact information, we'll just put it over here, and phone number, mobile number, let's put as +91, random number. Then let's put as email, email as nurse@mail.com. Let's put our website. Website as so this is a random website I'm just putting over here. Let's put as address. Address is optional actually, so you can just put any address. Or let's not put the address, only this much we'll just put over here. Let's remove the bullet points. We don't want the bullet points over here. Let's increase the size, and this is quite done. Now in about me you can just put anything about a nurse. So let's try to create one, or let's go and ask the ChatGPT to create a about me. So let's ask the ChatGPT to write about me over here. So over here it's just writing about me over here. We'll just copy this one and we'll just paste it over there. While writing, you should know how to write. If you not able to write, you can just go and ask to ChatGPT. It will just help you with some suggestions. I'm not suggesting you to copy everything. You can just go and read however you want. You can just make changes from there and you can just put it over here. Now let's go and paste this one over here. Let's decrease the font size to 20. 20 also is big. Let's put as 10. So this is the about me. Let's try to see how we can just manage this one. Now everything is quite ready. Now we are going to put a photo over here. Let's go and search a photo for a man. And then over here you can see lots of type of photos are there. So always remember, you need to choose a professional photo which looks good. You cannot put photos like this or like this. This kind of photos you are not supposed to put over there. You can use this type of photos. If not, you can just put some good photos of yourself. Let's try to find if it is available. We'll just take from here. If it is not, then we'll just go and take some other photo. We'll just take this one. Let's put this one over here. And now we just got the theme of our particular resume, like color theme. We'll just take that color theme also. Before that, let's go and add a text box over here. Let's put as John J. So this is the name of the person. Let's take another text box over here. We'll just put as nurse. Let's increase the size. I didn't show you the customization of the fonts. I'll be showing you how to do that one also. Just wait for some time. Let's place it over here. This nurse section also over here. We'll decrease the size. Select these two, create a group. Create a group now. Now you can just move this one. You can increase the size. And now let's go for the font section. So let's adjust the fonts over here. Let's go over to the handwriting. I'm going to take some handwriting over here. Let's use this one and try to see how does it look. We should check like it should be readable. If it is not readable, then we can just choose another font over here. This also will just take this one. Let's do ungrouping. Let's select this one and bring it down. Over here you can see. Now let's go and select our headings over here. Now select this one. So this has been selected. Now let's go over to the font option, and you can see different type of fonts are there. You can just select any one of these. We'll just go with this one or this one over here, which looks good. Let's select this one. Let's increase the size of our particular font over here. Let's now another thing we can just do is like selecting the lines. Let's select the lines. Let's go and make it thin lines. Let's change the color of the line as yellow. And I'll just adjust this one over here with the photo, so it should look good. And this also you can just change. Now let's choose our particular background color. So for this one, let's go over here. Let's click on the color. Let's choose the gradient. So we are going to work with the gradients. Let's click on this one. Let's select this particular color. Let's take another gradient. We are not going to choose a darker one. We'll choose a lighter one over here. So let's use this lighter gradient. Let's go and add another one. Let's take the another color, green. Another one as blue or near to purple, and this is quite done. Now you can just do is like selecting this one, go over to the gradients, choosing the color. You can just adjust this one. You can remove the background also if you want to remove the background. So let's remove the particular photo's background. Let's go over to the edit. You will get this background remover option where you can just have this particular feature. So we're going to place it over here. Let's select this particular part, text part actually, and then let's go over to the effects. We are going to use a effect, the lift effect over here, and these yellow lines, we can just remove those yellow lines if we want, or if you want to keep this one, you can just simply keep these lines over here. We'll go over here, we'll decrease the transparency of the lines. So we just decrease the transparency, and now our CV or the resume is ready. You can adjust this one little bit if you want to adjust. Let's bring this down. For this also will bring down. And now it's ready. Let's view this one. So over here you can see your particular CV is ready. You want to add a signature, you can add a signature. If you want to add some more details, you can just add some more details. Now let's go and just download this one. Let's click on share. You'll get this download option. We'll download in PDF standard, and it's started downloading. Now you can just apply wherever you want to apply. So I think you guys get this one. So if you're having doubt in this class, you can just ask us. We'll be able to help you. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Introduction. A cover letter is a crucial document accompanying your resume when applying for a job. It serves as an introduction to your potential employer, highlighting your interest in the position and showcasing your qualifications and fit for the role. Unlike the resume, which outline your professional history and skill in a constant format, the cover letter allows you to elaborate on your experiences, demonstrate your enthusiasm, and make a personal connection with the hiring manager. A well-crafted cover letter can significantly enhance your job application, making you stand out from other candidates. The comprehensive guide will provide you with all the necessary information of the purpose and structure of a cover letter. Purpose of cover letter. Introduce yourself. The cover letter serves as a personal introduction to the hiring manager. It is your chance to make a strong impact for the particular job. The first impression should be appropriate and set the tone for your application. Use this opportunity to briefly introduce yourself and explain the hiring manager why you're here and why you're interested for this particular position in the company. Showcase your fit for the role. A cover letter allows you to highlight your specific experiences and show your skills and different achievements that make you suitable for this particular post, make you a strong candidate for that particular job. You can provide context information listed in your resume, demonstrate your particular background and what different things are there for your particular career. Also, a cover letter helps you to show like which type of section or which type of the company you can just join. Demonstrate your enthusiasm. Employers seek candidates who are generally interested in the particular role or in the particular company. So always a hiring manager or an employer, they try to find out why you're interested. So every time whenever you're just making a cover letter, you should just present it like that, so you are interested in that particular company or the particular institution. By doing that, the hiring manager will know you are very much interested and you might get the job there. Then the next one is highlight your unique value proposition. The cover letter provides an opportunity to showcase what set you apart from other candidates. So this is a very important thing. Always you have to show what is the difference between you and the other candidates. What you can do and what other can do. You might be having some special features that you can just show them and you can just stand out in front of them from the other candidate and you can secure this particular job. Then the next one is address potential concerns. If there are any gaps in your resume, you can just show those things over here. Different aspects of your background might raise some questions. You can just give some explanation over here. Suppose you just mentioned in your resume you passed from a particular college in 1994, but you didn't start working until 2000. So what you are doing in this particular 6 years, you can just mention over there. Also, you can just mention the gap between your work. Suppose you finished or you quit a job in 2004 and then you reapply for another job in 2007. So what you did between this particular time? What was the thing you are trying to? You can just mention it over here. You can provide explanation and context to reassure the hiring manager. Demonstrate your proactive approaches. Structure of a cover letter. The first one is a header. So every cover letter should have a header. The header of your cover letter should include your contact information, the date, the employer contact information. So you have to put these things in your particular cover letter. For example, first you will put your name, then your address, city and state. If it is there, then you can just put that one, and the zip code or the postal code. Then your email address, then your phone number. Then keep the date over there. Give a space or give some space between this one. Put a date. Then again give some space and you can just mention the employer's name, then employer's title, company name, company address, and then city, state, and the zip code. Then the second one is solution. Addressing a cover letter to a specific person whenever possible. So in this part, you should mention like whom you are sending this one, to a hiring manager or to someone related to hiring. So always try to mention their name over there. If the name is not mentioned anywhere where you find this job, so you can just go over to the website, company website, and you can just search the name of the hiring manager and you can just put it over here. Don't try to put to whom it may concern. And if you're not able to find, you can just put like this, dear hiring manager. So for example, you can just put dear hiring manager or dear John. John is the hiring manager name, and then you start writing your cover letter. Then the third one is opening paragraph. The opening paragraph should grab the reader's attention. It provides a brief introduction about yourself, mention the position you are applying for, and express the enthusiasm for the role. And you can just briefly touch on what is making you interested for this particular position. Then the next one is body paragraphs. The body paragraphs cover 2 to 3 sections or 3 paragraphs in which these cover letters get filled. And here you provide the qualifications, experiences, and skills. And each paragraph should focus on a specific background. Suppose you are writing a cover letter and you're trying to focus for your experience. So you're just writing about your experience in the first paragraph, or you can just combine everything, experience, skills, and qualifications in one paragraph. And then you can move to the next paragraph. You can just mention about some more in the next one. First body paragraph. So this is the first body paragraph, the first section. Here you discuss about your most relevant experience, or you accomplish recently. You are mentioning those things over here. Provide specific examples and quantify your achievements when possible. Explain how this experience has prepared you for this particular role. So you can just express your thoughts to them in the cover letter, and you can just mention that how you're interested for this particular role. The next one is second body paragraph. So in the second body paragraph, you should highlight your experiences, skills, and accomplishment further for demonstrate your qualification for the role. So why you want that particular job or particular role in that particular company. So you should clarify that one with the help of your experiences, skills, and the accomplishment. This could include relevant coursework, then certification, voluntary work, or other professional achievements. So you can just mention over here whatever course you have done, your different certificates, your voluntary work regarding this role, and other professional achievements you can just mention over here. Then the next one is closing paragraph. So in the closing paragraph, you can just summarize, and you can just mention the summarized thing of why you are interested for this particular position, and you can reiterate why you are strong fit for this role, and you can just thank the hiring manager for considering this application and express your gratitude. And you can just mention that your resume is attached with this particular document or cover letter. Also, you can mention that other documents are attached with this particular cover letter. Then the next one is signature. End your cover letter with a professional signature, and before that you should mention like sincerely or best regards, and then followed by your particular name, and then add your signature above your name. So like that you can just have a proper cover letter. Additional tips for writing a cover letter. Customize for each job. So tailor your cover letter to each position you're applying. So for each job, you can just change the cover letter. You can change the style. You can change the information. Show your experience and different things in the particular cover letter. It will help you to learn more and more creative. Then the next one is be concise. Keep your cover letter to one page. Be clear and concise, avoiding unnecessary stuff. So your cover letter should be within one page. Don't make it long, because the reader might not be able to connect with yourself or might not feel interested when you make your cover letter more than one page. The next one is proofread. Ensure your cover letter is free from grammatical and spelling error. A well-polished letter demonstrates your attention to detail. So always try to make your cover letter without any mistakes. Try to make it as correct, and the reader will feel like reading this one. They can connect with yourself while reading. Use professional tone. Maintain a professional tone throughout your cover letter. So by doing that one, it will look so professional. And try to avoid different type of language or slangs. Try to use a professional way of writing a cover letter. So by doing this one, the hiring manager will have a good image about you. Show personality. While showing professionalism, let your personality showing. So you should just show your personality. This helps to create a connection with the reader and make your cover letter more engaging. So I mentioned earlier, the reader should connect with yourself. So when they're reading this one, they can connect and they can just go through this one and they can be like attached with you. So here are two different cover letter. You can see the cover letter. Some informations are not there and some informations are there. Over here you can see the name, then the phone number, email address, all those things are there, and then the date. The employer's date is not there. And the first one, you can see the name is there of the hiring manager. The second one, the name is not there. It says as to whom it may concern. So don't try to use this one. Try to avoid this and try to use our name or dear hiring manager. Then you can just start. In conclusion, I can say by following these guidelines and structuring your cover letter effectively, you can create a compelling document with enhancement and your job application and increase your chance of securing an interview. A well-written cover letter can help you to get this particular role in the company and will help you to stand out from other candidates. So I hope you'll understand. After coming over to the Canva, you will have this type of interface. So now you have to go over here and you have to search for the cover letter. So let's search and you will get the templates over here. So you can just customize the templates if you want, or if you want to start from scratch, you can just do that one. So I'm going to start from scratch But first we are going to take some inspiration from the cover letter and we'll just see how does it looks. So over here you can see different other options are there, different type of cover letters are there, different designs are there. We'll try to create some design and then we'll make some cover letter. So now let's go over here and click on create a cover letter. So as soon as we'll be clicking on this one, it will just open this particular tab over here. So over here you can just create the cover letter and then you can just directly go and do this one, or else you can just select a template and you can just customize this one however you want to customize. So this is the customize option. You can just customize this one, and if we go back to this one, over here you can see the page size and the length. Here is the elements. You can just access different type of elements from here. So here is the graphics, what type of graphics you want to use. Over here you can just use those graphics also. So you can just search over here and you can just take. Now let's go and search some elements. Square, let's try to find the squares. Let's go over to the graphics and over here you can see. So I'll just take this one. Or simply you can just take a different one over here and you can just increase the size however you want. So this particular section is not getting filled, so we can just create a cover letter with the help of something else. So let's go over here. Let's take a size for A4 size. So let's search what is the size for A4. A4. So let's click on this one. Over here you can see the size of A4 paper. So here is in millimeter. So let's go and select this thing as millimeter. Let's take 210 into 297. 210 into 297. So this is our size. Let's click on create. So over here you can see this particular option. Now we can just put some elements over here. Unlike this one, if we try to add some elements over here, we are not able to add those particular elements over here. We cannot adjust those. So let's go and let's try to add elements now. I'll select this one. Let's rotate this. Let's make copy. Let's change the color for this one. Let's choose a different color this time, related to blue. Send this layer to back. Click here, layer back. Align this one. Now rotate this little bit more. Increase the size. And now take another copy of this one. Let's send this one back again. Let's change the color. So this is our particular color now. Let's make it large. Let's rotate this one. And another one, let's make copy. This one will just use another color, this one, and we'll just place it over here. Let's rotate this. So this is our design. We can just make copy of this. Let's rotate this to minus 180 degree. And we'll just place it over here. Now select everything. Let's go over to the transparency, decrease the transparency. So this is our first setup for our particular cover letter. Select this one once again, and then we'll just drag this one little bit. Okay. So this is done. Now let's go over here and select our photo frame. So you can just select a round one. Let's select the round one. We'll place it over here. Let's place it over here. Now we'll try to put all the information. For adding the informations, zoom this one, and let's go and add a text box. Name, suppose the name is Kevin K. This is the name. So we're going to start from this side. Then let's make another copy of this. Over here, let's put the address or the contact information. So what contact information we can just put over here? Let's try to put those particular contact information over here. So the first one, let's put as the address. Address will put London. London. Then after that, let's put other address also, the city or the state or anything, or we will just keep like this, London, comma UK, this much. Now let's make another copy of this. We'll just put some gap between this one. Let's put our date as 10 Jan 1994. So this is our particular date. Let's put the employer's name as John J. So this is the employer's name. We'll just put the address or the company name over here. So let's put the title as hiring manager, or let's put as HR manager. Then let's make another copy. We'll just make this thing small. For now, we're just creating this one. So over here, let's put as the company name. This is a cover letter for earners. So let's write Canva. Canva Hospital, and address also will put the same one as let's bring this down. Let's put as London, London, UK. Select everything, make it small. We'll place it over here. Let's decrease the size. And now this is our particular space where we can just write about our cover letter. Let's move it upward a little bit. You can just add the contact details of Kevin. We are not going to add over here. We'll just go through the next one. So you can write by your own, or you can just take inspiration from others. Also, you can just give comment to the chat GPT and it will just make for you. So let's come over to the chat GPT and let's try to ask for me. I'm a nurse. Let's put a male nurse. Education from Canva University. Experience in ICU, then CCU, and emergency. Then let's write like previous work. I used to work in Microsoft Hospital. So this is our detail, and now let's click on this one. It will start generating this particular cover letter. So over here you can see they put just a random name. We're going to use a different name over there. So I'm writing a express in the nursing position of dash hospital. So here we'll just mention the Canva hospital. So let's go and copy this one. Copy this. Let's go and just add a text box. Let's paste this one over here. Bring this to left. You can see it's too large, too big over here. So now we're going to divide this one. So the first one, let's put as dear hiring manager. Then over here, let's put an enter. You can just move this thing a little bit this side. So over here you can see the sincerely is there. So let's put a space between this particular thing and let's write the name as Kevin K, and let's try to put a So let's put the signature now. For signature, let's select a box. Let's write Kevin. Let's go over to the font section. We'll just use this particular font for our signature style. We can just place it over here and done. One thing we can just do is like select this particular things and let's decrease the transparency for this only. And for this we'll just keep this one. Let's go and add a photo. Man. So over here you can see a man's photo is there. Let's use this particular one. Let's try to adjust this. And now the things are ready. So you can just change it over here from this. Hospital, Canva Hospital. Let's remove one space. Now our particular cover letter is ready. You can keep some space over here also if you want, or you want to put the name over here, you can just put the name over there also. Let's increase this one a little bit, some space are there. Now let's go and download this one as a PDF standard. Let's download this one, and after downloading you can just apply wherever you want. You can just attach with your particular CV, and you can just attach with other required documents. So I hope you understand till this much. Types of interviews. Introduction. What is interview? An interview is a formal conversation between a job applicant and a representative of an employer, conduct to assess the applicant's suitability for a position. In simple word, if you see what is an interview, this is a conversation, a formal conversation which happens between two or more than two persons. Here the first person is a applicant who try to apply for a job, and the representative, there can be more than one representative or only one representative can be there. So the representative will ask different questions related to this particular job. So based on that, the representative will come to a solution or come to end that this person is eligible or not. Purpose. So the purpose of interview is finding the best one and trying to hire them. This is the perspective of a hiring manager, and from the perspective of a job applicant, the purpose is to able to join a particular company or a particular job. Importance. So the interview importance is high, because with the help of this interview, people will able to get the best one in their particular company. Overview. We'll cover traditional face-to-face interviews, phone interviews, video interviews, panel interviews, group interviews, behavioral interviews, technical interviews, case interviews, stress interviews, and competency-based interviews. So these all are the types. This is the overview. Now let's go for the types. Traditional face-to-face interviews. This is the most common type of interview where the candidates and interviewer meet in person. So in this method or in this type, the person will meet the interviewer and they'll have conversation about the job, and the person or the applicant, if they're able to satisfy the interviewer, they'll get hired. So this is the first one. Now let's see the pros and the cons. The pros are allows for personal interaction. It's help to have a personal interaction with the employer and the applicants, so they can have a conversation between both of them. The next one is enable you to read and response to body language and facial expression. So this helps both the person to understand the body language and the facial expression. Sometimes you might not know what the other person is thinking, but by their facial expression and the body language, you will be able to know what they are thinking or what might going on their mind. Then the next one is provides an opportunity to make a personal connection with the interviewer. So this can also help you to have a personal connection with the interviewer. You can just discuss about the professional background, and if something similar between you and the interviewer is there or any discussion, you can just get like personally connected with the interviewer. Now let's see the cons. Can be never awakening due to the in-person setting. Then the next one is requires travel, which can be time consuming and costly. So this can be a major issue for this one, because sometimes you might apply for a job and you have to travel long distance. Sometimes you might need to travel for 20 hours or more than that, and then you have to go there and you have to give the interview. So this is a costly method. Then let's go for the next one. Phone interviews. Often used as an initial screening to narrow down candidates, it is conducted over the phone. So this is mainly done with the help of phone. Like suppose you're having 100 candidates, they want that particular job, but only you're having 8 vacancy. So how you are going to cut off this one? So by doing a screening test, then you might go through a beginning stage, all those things, and then you'll cut down to 25 members, and then you'll call them for the main interview. So this happens before the main interview. Also like a screening to narrow down the candidates. So this allows to cut down the candidate number. Now let's go and see the pros and the cons. Convenient and time efficient for both parties. So this is convenient. So everyone is having nowadays a smartphone and they can do this one. And this is like time efficient. No need to travel. No need to pay extra money for the travel. So this is a good one over here. Then the next one is eliminates the need for the travel. As I mentioned, the travel, that thing is not needed over here. Good for initial screening to determine if a candidate moves to the next stage. As I mentioned earlier, this helps to cut down the number of the candidates. They'll have a next stage or next round or the next interview. So they'll have a screening and then they'll go for the next interview. Let's go for the cons. Lack of visual cues makes it harder to manage. So in this case, because of less visual connection, only you can see the person in the phone, you won't be able to understand the full thing of the person, the full personality of a person. Then the next one is technical issue, like poor reception can make a difficulty in the conversation. Suppose you're using phone, you're not having a good internet connection, and you're not able to connect with the particular applicant or the particular company. You might face problems over here. More challenging to establish rapport without face-to-face interface. So you cannot just evaluate a person with the help of this one. So now let's go for the next one. This one is video interviews. So like phone interviews, this is quite similar, but over here you will be going through the video calling features. Like phone also, you can just make an audio call and you can just do. In the video one, you can just add videos also over here. So the descriptions are conduct over the platform like Zoom, Skype, and Team. So you can just conduct the interview over Zoom call or a Skype meeting or a Microsoft Team meeting. Also, there are different platforms. You can just conduct your meeting over there. Now let's go over to the pros and the cons. So the first one is pros. Combines the benefit of face-to-face interaction with the conversation of remote interviewing. So over here, you can just have the face-to-face interaction properly, better than that phone, and you can just have a remote conversation. Suppose I am staying in my home and the interviewer there in the office. So we'll have a conversation, a video conversation, and we'll have talk about the particular position. The next one is ideal for remote position or when the candidate and interviewer are in the different location. So this is ideal, as I mentioned, like I'm in my home and the interviewer in the office, and we'll have a benefit or a good conversation over the video method. Then the next one is can record the interview for late reviews. So if I want to record this particular interview, I can just record and I can just review this one. By reviewing this, I can just come to a solution, like I can take that person for my particular company or not. So this helps a lot. Then the next one is cons. Requires a stable internet connection and functioning technology. So as I mentioned for the phone, over here also the internet connection plays an important role. If you're not having a good internet connection, then you won't be able to do this one properly. The video clarity, the sound clarity, the audio clarity, everything will be missed, and the technological functions, if it is not available, then you won't be able to do. For doing this one, you might need a smartphone or a laptop or a desktop or any other device which is having camera and internet together. Then the next one is potential technical issues can arise, such as video lag or audio problem. As I mentioned in this one, that video lag and the audio lag might be there. Suppose I'm just telling, hello, my name is John. And then after 5 seconds, the person who is taking my interview, that person is hearing, hello, my name is John. So this gap is there. And about the video, sometimes the audio will go and the video will get stuck. So the next one is less personal than an in-person interview or an in-person interview. Now let's go for the next one. Panel interview. Involves being interviewed by multiple people at once, often for different departments. So this type of interview taken by multiple people, more than one people or person will be present there. So you'll be sitting in front of you, there might be 3 to 4 person. They might take interview, they might ask you different type of questions about your educational background, your work experiences, then your skills, achievements, and they will go through your resume and cover letter and whatever your certificates and then courseworks are there. They'll just look at those and they'll just evaluate. Let's go over to the pros and the cons. So the pros are allow multiple perspective on the candidate. So over here you might see like a person have a positive feedback for you, a person might have a negative impact. So both the impact will be there, or some will tell like why you haven't joined the job and other might support you. So you will have this kind of things over there. Then the next one is efficient for organization to assess a candidate comprehensively. So this helps organization or a company to assess a particular applicant nicely. They can assess step by step like education side, then the experience side, then your skills, your voluntary activities, everything they can assess over here. Then the next one is provide a broader assessment on fit within the company. So this helps them to understand and assess you that whether you are fit for the company or not. You'll be able to work this company or not. Let's go for the cons. Can be intimidating for candidates to face multiple interviewers. So this is a big challenge over here. Sometimes there might be lack of confidence, fear will be there, and if you go inside of the interview room, if you see there are 3 to 4 people or more than that are sitting and going to take your interview, so automatically you might lose your confidence, you started fearing, and you might have some difficulties to give answer over there. So this is a big problem for this one. Then the next one is scheduling can be challenging due to the need of coordinate multiple people's availability. So this also is a big issue over here. Sometimes you want to conduct an interview, but you're not able to gather all the people all together. The CEO of the company is available for 5 days. The manager is not available during that time, or the officials are not available for that correct time. So this is a challenging issue for this one. So the next one is harder for candidates to establish a personal connection with each interviewer. So if there are more than 1 or 2 interviewer, so it will be a difficult thing for a candidate to have a connection between them, because the applicant and the particular interviewer won't get that specific time for getting interacted with each other. They will be like connected for a short period of time and the personal connection won't be there. Then let's go for the next one, group interviews. Let's go for the description. Multiple candidates are interviewed together often involving group activities or discussion. So over here, a group of interviewers gather together and they will have a group discussions. This is quite like a observation, because inside of that particular group there might be one or two interviewer will present and the applicants will be there. So the interview will go and the interviewer will select person from there. Let's go for the pros and the cons. The first one is pros: time efficient for the interviewers. So this helps an interviewer to interview lots of people or applicants together. So it doesn't take that long time to go one by one. They'll just observe and they'll try to see who is the qualified one for this particular position. Allows observation for candidates, teamwork and communication skills. So the candidates also will have some benefits. Over here they can interact with each other, they can do a teamwork, and they can see which is better and who is good at this one, and the interviewer can observe them. Then the next one is reveals leadership and collaboration abilities. So this helps our interviewer to see who is having the leadership quality and who can collab with other person. So by doing that one, they can select which person they are going to take for this particular job. Then let's go for the cons. Competitive atmosphere can be stressful. So this can increase the competitive atmosphere. The competition between the applicants might come over here. Less individual attention and opportunity to showcase personal strength. So over here, the less option is there to showcase your personal strength, and you won't be able to find the opportunity to have a individual attention. The next one is group dynamics may affect individual performance. So in this section, like they divided 25 people in 5 groups, 5 each. So you just went to a group where the people are not able to perform very well, but you know things better than them. You try to work hard, but you're not able to take your particular group in that position. But in the other group, 3 people out of that 5 people are good in everything, so they are grouped in that particular position. Now because of your group, you're not able to perform. So this also is a problem for the interview. Then let's go for the next one. Behavioral interview. Let's go for the description. Focus on how you handle past situation to predict future behavior. So this helps you or helps the interviewers to see whatever you have handled previously, like in your previous company, how you handle the situation over there. So the techniques: use the STAR method. The STAR method includes situation, task, action, result. So in short form, that is STAR, to structure your responses. Let's go over to the pros and the cons. Provides concerned examples of your skills and experiences. helps interviewer assess problem solving and critical thinking ability, reduce chances of hypothetical answers. So all these are coming under this. These are the benefits. The cons are requires through preparation and recall a specific past experience. So you have to prepare over here and you have to recall a past experience over here. Can be challenging if you lack relevant experiences. So this might be a challenging thing during the interview. Then the next one is may seems repetitive if similar questions are asked. So sometimes some similar questions they might ask and your answer can be repetitive over here. The next one is technical interview. Description: assess technical skills and knowledge specific to the job. So this assess your particular technical skills. In your previous classes, you just get to know that what are the technical skills and what are the soft skills. So the technical skills are like programming and all. What are those technical skills? Formats includes problem solving task, coding challenges, or technical question relevant to the role. So let's go over to the pros and the cons. The pros: direct evaluate your technical ability and expertise. Relevant to role requiring specific technical skills. Allow you to demonstrate practical knowledge and problem solving skills. Then the cons are can be highly stressful. This can make you stressful, especially under time consuming. May require extensive preparation, especially for complex tasks. So you may need so much preparation before doing this particular task. Focus primarily on technical skills, potentially overlooking soft skills. So they are focusing on the technical skill mainly and less focusing on the soft skills. Then the next one is stress interviews. Description: designed to test how candidates handle pressure and stressful situation. So during this interview, the interviewer tests or try to know how this candidate or this applicant will handle this particular situation in a crisis moment or a stress moment. Techniques includes provocative questions, high pressure scenarios, and rapid fire questioning. So during this one, they'll just ask you like complicated things, complicated questions over here, and those questions are high pressured one, and rapid fire, like you give this answer and then the next one is another question. Like as soon as you finish the answer, they'll ask you the question over here. Let's go over to the pros and the cons. The pros are revealing coping mechanism and resilience under pressure. Test ability to remain calm and think clearly in challenging situation. Useful for role requiring high stress tolerance. Cons can be uncomfortable and potentially off-putting for candidates. May not accurately reflect the typical work environment. Risk of alienating candidates if not handled sensitively. Now let's go for the next one. Next one is competency based interviews. Description: focus on specific skills and competencies relevant to the job. Techniques: questions are structured around key components and competencies required for the role. Pros and the cons: provide a structured and objective way to assess candidates. Ensure alignment with job requirements. Can highlight stress and strengths in specific area. Cons: may feel rigged and less conversational. Focus primarily on past experiences rather than future potential. Requires candidates to prepare examples for each competency. Conclusion. In conclusion, we can say that we explore various type of interviews including face-to-face, phone, video, panel, group, behavioral, technical, stress, and competency based interviews. All these type of interviews will help you to know about the interview and how this interview can be conducted and how you can just apply for a particular job and get prepared for that job interview. So I hope you all understand about this class. Common interview questions. Introduction. So in this introduction class, you will be learning about the importance of interview preparation. Inside this, you will be learning that how to make yourself confident and present yourself confidently in front of the interviewer. Then you'll be learning how to demonstrate your interest, how to showcase your interest for that particular job. Then this will help you to get success in that particular interview and you can secure this particular job. In the overview of this lesson, we'll be learning about the types of question we'll be covering here. So there are several types: behavior, situational, technical, and general. And these strategies which you will be following for answering these particular questions. In the objectives, you'll be familiarized with common interview questions and you'll have the strategies for answering these particular questions. So now let's start with the types. Types of interview questions. So the first one is behavioral questions. These are the behavioral type where you'll be focused on your past experiences to predict your future behavior. For example, tell me about a time when you faced a challenge at work. So this kind of questions you might be able to face while in this question type. Then the next one is situational questions. These questions are mainly focused on hypothetically, like hypothetical scenarios to assess your problem solving skills. So how you can manage or how you can solve a particular problem with the help of these questions, you'll be able to know. For example, what you do if you disagree with a team member. So what you can do if you disagree with a team member. This kind of questions are coming in the situational questions. Then the next one is technical questions. This one is related to specific job roles, then testing your technical knowledge. So this is related to your job and the technical knowledge, what you know related to the job or what you're going to work, that related thing, if you know or not. For example, explain how would you troubleshoot a network issue. So suppose you are working in a company and then you're having some network problem. How you will be able to troubleshoot this one? Then the next one is general questions. General questions are basic questions to understand the candidate's background and the motivation. So this allows the interviewer to understand the person or the applicant, their behavior and their background and their motivation. For example, what do you want to work here? So here the interviewer asking like why you want to work here or what you want to work here. So now let's go and know this particular type of question in detail. The first one is behavioral questions. So first of all, what is behavioral question? Question about your past experience. I just mentioned that your past experience, you have worked or you have gained all those experience, this kind of thing they'll ask. Aim to understand how you have handled situation in the past. So the interviewer will try to know how you handle the situation or the problem you have faced before and how you have solved those things. The strategy is use the STAR method: situation, task, action and result. So here like how you handle the situation, how you did the task, what was your action and what was the result of this one. For example, tell me about a time when you had handled a difficult situation. So you can just use this STAR technique or method. So the first one is situation. In my previous job, we had a major project with a tight deadline. So this was the situation. In your previous job, you had a tight situation and then there was short of time. Then task. What was your task? I was responsible for coordinating with different departments. So what was your task? You are assigned or you are responsible for coordinating, work with different departments together to fulfill the particular task. Then the next one is action. I organized daily meeting to ensure everyone was on track. So this was the action which I have taken or you have taken, that every day you conduct a meeting among your colleagues and you try to find out what is the progress and what is the work going on. Then the next one is result. So in result, we completed the project on time and received positive feedback from the client. So what was the result? If everything is going well, then the result will come positive. You'll get the positive feedback and everything will be good. So if you follow this STAR method, then you will be able to handle these behavioral questions. Then let's go for the common behavioral questions. So the common behavior questions are: describe a time you work in a team. So simple answer. In situation, so during a group project at a university, my role was coordinate the research efforts. I scheduled regular meeting and set clear deadline. We achieved a high grade and positive feedback from our professor. So over here you can see all the four component of that method is present. The situation during a group project at university, this was the situation. And then the next one is the task. My role was coordinate the research effort. And the action, I schedule meeting and set a clear deadline. So this was the action you have taken. And the result, you achieve your goal or grade and the positive feedback. Similarly, if you go for the next one, give an example of a goal you achieved and how you achieved it. So over here, I aimed to increase my department efficiency. I needed to streamline our workflow. I implemented a new project manager. Our efficiency improved by 20% within 3 months. So these all are the examples. If you want some more example, you can just take this one. Tell me about a time you failed and what you learned from it. So here, different type of scenarios or different type of behavior you're getting over here. So over here, I missed an important project deadline earlier in my career. I needed to learn time management. I took a course on time management and implement new strategies. Never missed another deadline and improved my overall productivity. So this was our answer, and if you just divide in 4 sections, so you will get the situation, then the task and the result. The situation is I missed my important project deadline. The task, I have to learn or I need to learn the time management. The action, I took a course to learn time management. And the result, I never miss the project deadline. Now let's go for the next one, situational questions. So what is situational questions? Situational questions are hypothetical scenarios, assess your problem solving and critical thinking skills. And the strategy, think logically and structure your answer clearly. Example questions, how would you handle a conflict with a coworker? So over here, again, we'll follow some steps. This is not like the previous one. This one is situation, action, and resolution. So these are the 3 steps. So the first one will come, if I disagree with a coworker, the action, I would schedule a private meeting to discuss our difference. The resolution will be aim to find common ground and a solution that benefits both parties. So this is the 3 steps. Now let's go and see some common situational question. So the first one is like, how would you prioritize multiple tasks with the same deadline? For the simple answer, assess urgency and impact of each task. So you have to assess an importance of the work, each work, which one is urgent, which one is less urgent. You have to manage like that. Then the next one is communicate with stakeholders to set expectations. Create a deadline schedule and stick to it. So you have to create a deadline schedule. Then let's go for the next question. What you do if you disagree with your manager? So this is a complicated question. So the interviewer might ask you this kind of question, and The answer you can give like understand their perspective first, present your viewpoint with supporting evidence, seek a mutually beneficial resolution. So you have to understand the manager perspective, then you have to show your viewpoint like what you are thinking, and then the next one is like mutual benefits. You have to understand the mutual benefit of both the parties. Then the next question, how would you handle a unhappy customer? The simple answer can be listen to the concerns without interrupting, then apologize and empathize with their situation, offer a solution or an alternative to addressing their issues. So you can just do this one. Then let's go for the next one is technical questions. So what is technical questions? Specific to the job role, assess your technical knowledge and skills. Then the next one is preparation tips, review job description and request skills. Practice relevant problem and scenarios. So you can just practice relevant problem and the scenarios. For example question, can you explain a complex technical concept in simple term? So the answer can be in two parts. The first one is the concept and next one is simplify the explanation. So the concept can be explaining how a database works. So this is the concept, and simplified explanation, a database is like a digital filing cabinet with data is stored in an organized manner, making it easy to manage information. So this is the simpler form of the explanation. Now let's see some common technical questions. Describe your experience with a specific software or a technology. So for example, a simple question, you can just give a simple answer. So experience, over here you have to use the experience. I have 3 years of experience with SQL database. Uses, so what is the usage? I use it to manage and query large data set efficiently. What is the outcome? Optimize data retrieve times by 30%. Then if you go to the next question, how do you stay current with industry trends? So the simple answer you can just give is like the strategy. First is the strategy. I regularly read industrial blogs, attend webinars, and participate in online forums. So this is your strategy. And application, I apply new trends and best practices in my project. So how you are coping with the new trends, how you're managing with the new trends. So you have to apply. So you have to explain this one. You are applying this one. First you have to tell the strategy and then you have to tell the application. Then the next question is, can you walk me through your problem solving process? So the answer can be identify the problem. So always problem solving is like identifying the problem, research and analyze the problem, then develop a solution, then evaluate this one. So this is like a step. Identify the problem, understand the issue thoroughly, then research and analyze, gather information and analyze the data. So what is the main problem there? So you have to analyze this one, you have to research about that one, then develop a solution, create a plan for this one and implement that particular plan. So if you don't create a plan, and then if you don't implement the plan, you will not get the solution. And then evaluate your process. So review your result and make adjustment necessary. Suppose you are working somewhere and you are not able to solve a particular problem in your particular office. Now what you can do, you start getting the information, identify the problem, like what is the problem between you or your co-workers. So identify that one, then research that one, why that problem is happening, internal conflicts or no communication, less communication, all those things. And then like try to have a communication with your co-worker, and then evaluate. If you see is a result, like improvement is going on, then you can just move on. Or if you see like there is no improvement, you can change your strategies and then you can just move on. Let's go for the next one, is general questions. What are general questions? I'll go for the example later on. First, I'll just talk with the what is general question. Basic questions to understand your background and motives, often asked at the beginning of your interview. So these are the general question. Beginning of your interview, they'll ask these particular questions and you have to answer this one. So for example, can you tell me a little about yourself? So the interviewer is asking about yourself. They're asking like, tell me about you. The simple answer, you can start with your introduction, then current role, and then your career goals. So for introduction, I have a background in nursing, over 5 years of experience. So this is your introduction. Before that, you can start with your name. Suppose your name is John, and then you started like, hello, my name is John. Then I have background in nursing for this many years. I studied from this university. Then you can go for the current role. Current role means currently working in an ICU, providing critical care to the patients, and other options whichever is relevant to this particular job. Then the next one is career goal. So what is your career goal? Mention your career goal to the interviewer. Looking to advance my career in a challenging environment. So what is your career goal? You can just say like, I want to be this, I want to be the CEO, or I want to start my own company, I want to gain experience. All those things you can just mention. What is your career goal? Let's see some common general questions. So the first one is, why do you want to work here? Simple answer, you can just tell your research, then your fit and the future. So you research about this work, you feel like this one is fit for you, and you see there are potential future for you in this particular work. I admire the company's commitment to innovation and community impact. Why you're fit? My skills and values are aligned with your mission. So this is the fit and the future. I see opportunities for growth and development in your organization. So you're mentioning your research sheet, then the future of yourself. Then the next one is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? So this is a directly typed question. So you just give a simple answer over here. What is your weaknesses and strength? So first, always start with the strength and then go over to the weaknesses. So strength, I have strong problem solving skills and a need attention to detail. What is your weaknesses? In weaknesses, you can just answer is like, I sometimes overcommit, but I work on managing my workload better. Then the next one is, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? So simple question. You can just give a simple answer with the help of these two parts: career path and development. So in career path, I see myself taking on more responsibilities and possibility leading a team. Development, continuously improving my skills and contributing to the company's success. So these two sections, you have to give answer like this. Then let's go for the next one. The next one is preparing your answer. So how you can just prepare for an answer? Research the company and the role. So always research about the company and the particular role you're applying for. Understand the company's culture, value and goals. Know the job description and required skills. So you have to know all those things. Then the next one is practice with mock interviews. So you have to practice for these interviews. So mock interviews, you can just practice to yourself, or you can just ask your friends. Role play with friends or use online resources for practicing. Record yourself and review and improve. So record yourself with the help of the mobile phone or any particular device and improve yourself. Then use the STAR method for behavioral questions. So this is one of the important thing. You know the STAR method: strategy, task, action and the result. Be honest and authentic. Share your real experience. Don't make any other stories out of your experience. Try to share like whatever you have done. Don't tell excess things. So this will reflect your true personality and your values. Then let's go for the next one, is tips for a successful interview. Dress appropriately. Choose attire the fit the company culture. So choose dress which are fit for the company culture or which will look good on you. Then ensure neatness and professionalism. You should ensure that you are having a professionalism. A neat look should be there with you. Arrive on time. Plan your route and allow extra time. So you have to manage the time. So if you just show up earlier, they'll have a positive impact about you. Bring necessary documents. So bring your bring your necessary documents like resume, cover letter, portfolio, and the references. Follow up with a thank you email. So always follow up with a thank you email after the interview. You went home after the interview, go and try to send gratitude for that particular opportunities. Now let's see the common mistakes to avoid. Speaking negatively about previous employers. So do not speak negatively about your previous employers. Not asking questions. So prepare thoughtfully questions about your role for the particular company. So you should ask questions. Then the next one is being unprepared for common questions. Practice and research common questions. Overall, rearranged answers. So be natural and conversational. So don't panic, be natural while giving the interview. and make it like a conversation. Don't make it like one-sided conversation. Both the sides should have a better conversation over here. In conclusion, I can just say it's like interview. You have to prepare yourself for the interview. You have to prepare for the job, and what type of questions you might face, you should know. You should be able to answer these particular questions. It can be anything, behavioral, situational, technical, or general question. You should answer it with the professionalism, and you'll be able to get success in your particular job. Preparing for interviews. Introduction. So the objective is to provide comprehensive strategies and tips for successful interview preparation. So this class main objective or main goal is to give you the strategies and how to do a successful interview. Research and preparation. So our first topic of this particular presentation is research and preparation. So in this, the first one comes as understand the company. So always you have to understand the particular company wherever you're going to work. So without understanding, you won't be able to know what is the rich history or the background of the particular company. Research the company's history, mission, and the values. So you have to understand the all over history of the company, how old and how successful is this company, and the mission, like for what they are working, what is their goal. You have to understand that one. Also, you have to know the values. So what kind of values, what type of values the company have, you have to understand. Then study the recent news, projects, and the achievements. So check the recent achievements, their success, their news, and what kind of projects they are going to work, or they're working, or they have worked before. Then know the company's products or service and competitors. So by knowing the company, you have to know the competitors also, like how much successful the particular company is, like how much the company can do, and what kind of service and products they're offering. Then the next one is understand the role. So you have to understand the particular role of yourself in that particular company. Then only you'll feel like, okay, I can go and I can just apply for this particular job, and if I get hired, I'll be able to do this particular work. So you have to know the role. Review the job description thoroughly. So when you just get the job description, like any website or any newspaper or any other platform, you get this particular job description or advertisement. So you just study that one and know that one, the job advertisement. Then identify the key skills and qualification requires. So what kind of skills and qualification is required? Suppose I want to work in a hospital, and what kind of work I want to do there. So my role will be as a healthcare provider. So there are different type of healthcare provider. There is doctor, physician, nurse, then different healthcare workers. So what kind of role you're going to choose? And if you choose doctor, so you should have the skills of a doctor and the qualification of a doctor. If you're a nurse and you want to be a doctor, so you're not having the qualification requirements and you do not have the particular skills for a doctor. So always check this one. Then understand the responsibilities and expectations. So you have to understand what kind of responsibilities you have to take. So here again, that same example is coming, like you are a nurse and you want to be a doctor, and their responsibilities quite similar, but the doctor responsibility is quite high and the nurse responsibility also quite high, but both the responsibilities are different. A doctor comes and visit the patient and check the data of the patient, everything, but a nurse will provide the care throughout the day or whatever time the nurse is present in the hospital. So there are two different responsibilities present there. So you have to know the responsibilities and what is the expectation. So you have to know your expectation or what the company or your particular hospital is asking. So that expectation. So they will expect a doctor to come and visit. Then the doctor will just monitor the patient's vital signs little bit, or they'll take the report and they'll just go. But for a nurse, it's different. So a hospital will just expect a nurse to be well qualified, then knows how to treat a patient, all those things. Then the next one is know your resume. So always know your resume, because while going for the interview, you're not going to check on your resume and tell like, I did this one, did my master's from this particular university, my bachelor's from this particular college, my high school was in this part of the country, this. So all those things, whenever you're going to tell, you have to tell very clearly and confidently without saying your resume. The resume will be with the employers. They will just check, the hiring manager will check, and you have to just tell. You cannot tell out of your resume. So be prepared to discuss your experiences and skills. So you have to know what kind of skills you have mentioned there in your particular resume. Then highlights your achievement relevant to the role. Suppose you're having lots of achievement. Let's take that same example as a nurse. You're working in the hospital and you went to another particular corporate job. So here you are an industrial nurse. Now, what was your skill? They want an industrial nurse. Now, your skills or your achievements, you're just mentioning over there. You just handle the patient, teamwork, all those things. You cannot put an achievement out of these sections, like achievements or skills. You achieved the best nurse of the year or something related to that. So you have to know which kind of achievement you are going to put there. You cannot put an achievement like I became first in the marathon race for this country or this district, anything. You cannot just put that. The next one is understanding common interview questions. So in our previous class, we just get through this particular thing, the types of interview questions. So understand the common interview questions. So there are 4 main parts. We know the behavioral question, technical question, situational question, and general question. All we have discussed in our previous class. I'll just give you a short explanation about this one or example. So behavior question can be like, tell me about a time when you have handled this particular situation. So this is a behavioral question. Then technical questions relate to specific skills and knowledge. So they might ask you like, tell me how you have managed this many people together. So this may be a specific skill or knowledge or technical issues, like you went to a corporate office, you're working there, and you might face some technical errors in the computer. So how you just fix this one? This kind of question they can ask. Then situational question is like hypothetical scenarios. So they'll give you a hypothetical scenarios like this could happen. If this happen like that, they will just tell you. So suppose they'll ask, if there is 10 members in your particular team, so the 10 members, out of 10 members, the 2 members are not satisfied, then what you'll do? So what kind of answer you'll just give there? You should give an answer like, I'll just figure out the thing, then I'll sit with them, I'll discuss with them, and I'll come to a result, what could be done, and we'll go for the solution. Then done. Then the next one is general question. So general question, they might ask you like about yourself or about your personal life, little bit about your personal life. They will not go deep about your personal life. So like that, tell me about yourself, why do you want to work here? Like that kind of question they might ask you. Then we just saw the STAR method. So in behavioral questions, the STAR method will apply. Mostly the STAR method they'll apply over here. So the STAR method, if we just abbreviate this one, so it will come as situation, task, action, and result. So situation, describe the context. So always describe the particular context. Then task. So what will be your particular challenge? You have to describe that one, or you have to tell that one. Then action. So detail the action you took. So what action you have took before. So the behavior will ask the past questions like what was your experience, like how you did this one, how you handle this one. Then what action you took, you just mentioned over there. And the result. So in the result, you will share your outcome and the impact. So you will just tell about your particular result, what was your outcome of this particular situation. The next one is crafting your responses. So crafting your responses, the first one coming under this topic is be conscious and relevant. So keep your answer focused and to the point. So always be conscious and relevant to your particular answer. Be focused. Whatever the employer is asking you, you have to answer it directly. Like you should not take another route or make it long. It should be simple and it should be a meaningful answer. Suppose they'll ask you, what is your name? So you just started with like this, my name is John, but everyone calls me like this. They don't want this one. They just want that, what is your name? Hello, my name is John. And then you continue your conversation. Sometimes people might start talking like this, that they started with something, but they end up with something else. So you have to focus over here. Then relate response to the job and the company. So try to relate the response. Suppose they ask you like, why you're choosing this particular job? You're working in a different place. And why you're coming over here? So you can just give the response related to the company so that the hiring manager or the employer, they will understand you and they'll feel like, okay, this person is having concern about our particular company. Now the next one is highlight achievements. So again, highlighting achievements is a part here. Use qualifiable metrics to demonstrate success. So use your qualifiable metrics, which is like demonstrate that you have succeeded in your life or in your previous jobs. So like best employer of the year, best employer of the month, like that achievement you can just mention over there. Share specific example from your past experiences. You can just do this one. Then the next one is show enthusiasm. So you have to show enthusiasm, like interest in that particular company, why you are here, why you're leaving another job and another company, and why you're here. It might be because of the salary, it might be because of you're having that particular skills and you want to be success, or you want to go to the higher level. So you can just discuss this one. So convey genuine interest in the particular role and role to the company. Then the next one is be positive and confident in your response. So always be positive and confident in particular response. Now the next one is practice and mock-up interviews. So in this one, the first one is rephrase common question. So you can just rephrase some common question and you can just practice those things. Practice answering common interview question a lot. So it will just increase your confidence. You'll know more and you'll be knowing how to answer these particular questions. Record yourself to elevate your response and body language. So record yourself and see how you look afterwards. Like when you have finished your recording interview, you can just check like how you did this one, what is your body language, body movements, and how you respond the particular answers and how you handle the particular situation. Then the next one is conduct mock-up interviews. So you can just create a mock-up interviews. Also arrange mock-up interview with friends, family, and other mentors. So you can just do this one. This is one of the good way to know yourself. Like you can get judged by other and you will be knowing like how you're doing this one. Then seek feedback on your performance and improve accordingly. So you'll get the feedback, you'll just improve that one, and again you'll try this one. So this is a helpful way. Then the next one is improve communication skills. So the communication skill is one of the important things. If you have a better communication skill, you'll have a greater chance to get hired. So how to communicate with people, you should know how to communicate with the employers, the HR manager, and your fellow mates in the particular company. You should know this one. So work on clarity, tone, and pacing. So you should know this one. Clarity. So clarity is for the clearance. So whatever you're telling, it should be clear. Then your tone. You should have a good tone. You should not be like angry. You should not be like sad. You should be like full confident mode. Then politely, nicely you should give the answer. And if any questions is there, you can just ask them. Everything you have to do politely. And you cannot use the angry mode there. So you will have a problem later related to the work. And the pacing, you should just check the pacing, like how fast and how slow you're talking. So you have to adjust this one. It should not be too fast or it should not be too slow. Then the next one is practice active listening and thoughtful response. So you should practice this one, like listening and try to answer a thoughtful answer. So you should do this one. Otherwise, the interviewer won't be able to understand or connect with yourself. The next one is dress code and etiquette. In this one, the first one is dress appropriately. So Dressing also plays an important role in the job interview. So if you go for an interview and you want to wear something like traditional or something like casual, that is not good for the interview. So automatically the interviewer will have a mindset about you like this person is not a professional person. He's coming like this, and how he can handle the situations, everything. So always choose a professional dress, choose professional attire suitable for the company culture. So you have to know the company culture, what kind of dress they are wearing. You have to know. If they are wearing suits, you can just go and wear suit and go. If they are wearing a different type of clothes, you can just wear those things and you can go. And ensure your clothes are clean, ironed, and fit well. So it should not be like unclean dress, not ironed. There are so many scratches and folds are there, and it's not fit. Like it's so tight for you or so loose for you. It should look good. Then the next one is punctuality. So in this one, you have to just follow the punctuality. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes earlier to your particular interview place and plan your route and anticipate delays. So you should plan the route and anticipate the particular delays. Like if you go from this way, it might take a long time, and if you go from that way, you can go shortly. Then the next one is professional behavior. So as I mentioned earlier, you should have a professional behavior. Greet everyone politely. So here also you have to greet everyone politely. Like if it is a good morning, then you should tell good morning everyone. If there is one single person, you can just tell according to their gender, good morning ma'am, good morning sir. If it is like afternoon, good afternoon, or if it is evening, you can just say good evening. Maintain good posture and eye contact. So your body posture, your body movement should be good. It should not be like here and there, looking here, there, and like movement of hands, everything is like in an odd way. And always have an eye contact with the interviewer. So by that, the interviewer will know that you're looking at him or her and you're listening to them and you're having the particular confidence for this role. So this will help you to get this particular job. Avoid distractions like phone uses. So you should avoid yourself from distractions such as phone uses. Like do not use phone if it is not urgent one. Try to become, and you should not distract yourself. The next one is post interview follow up. So in this one, like after interview, what follow up you're going to do, this one, or what things you should do. The first one is send a thank you note. So you can send a thank you note after your interview. Whether you are selected or not, you should send thank you. So by doing this one, they'll have a positive reaction about yourself. So send a email within 24 hours expressing your gratitude. Mention something special from the interview to personalize it. So you have to mention like what you liked or what was the special thing about the interview, and you just mention that one and give a thank you note to the HR manager or the employer or the company. Then the next one is reflect on the interview. Evaluate your performance and identify the areas for improvement. So you have to evaluate your performance, like how you have done this one. Suppose you just finish an interview within 30 minutes and you came back to home, and now you're thinking like, how was it? Will you get the particular job or the role in the particular company? So now sit and evaluate yourself. Like, don't think, okay, I gave an interview and okay, leave it, it will happen. Not like that. You should just sit and you should re-evaluate yourself, like how much good I was and what were the mistakes I have done there, or what are the complication I faced, and improve that one. So if you do this one, suppose you are not selected for now in this particular role or particular company, but later on you might get another chance in that particular company or in a different company, and now you can just go and reapply this one and do the interview, and what were the particular areas you have did poorly, you can just improve those things. Then note down any questions you found challenging. So any questions from the interviewer you got and then you feel like it's a little bit challenging for me like to answer, or I don't know how to answer this one, you just note down and sit with that and try to figure out the answers. So in later on, if you get this kind of questions, you can answer those questions directly. Then the next one is stay patient. So you should have patience. Respect the employer's timeline for decision. So you have to wait for the employer or the HR team to send you the feedback or you're hired or something. You should be patient for this one. You cannot run here and there like, okay, I just finished my interview and when they'll call me, or I should call them and I should ask them. All those things you cannot just ask them. So you should stay patient. Follow up if you haven't heard back within the started time frame. So the interviewer or the HR team will give you a particular time, like we'll let you know within 1 week, or we'll let you know within 2 weeks or 1 month. So you wait for that one. If you're not getting answer within that, you can just go and ask them. If you still have interest, you can just go and ask them about this one. Here are some additional tips. So the first one is stay informed. So in this one, keep updated with industry trends and news. So I mentioned you earlier in this particular course that stay updated and know the trends, current trends are going in the particular industry. So if you don't know the trends, how you will be able to apply for new things? People are improving day by day, they are knowing so many things. So you should know also. Then be ready to discuss how they relate to the role. So you should just know or discuss with yourself that how this particular trends will relate to your particular role, like suit in your particular role. The next one is networking. So you should have a networking over here. By that one, you'll have connects. The connection will be high, so people will know you. This might help you for the job. Leverage your professional network for insights and opportunities. Then the next one is stay positive. Approach each interview as a learning experience. So don't discourage yourself, or like don't think negative about these interviews. Whatever interview you're getting, just go and finish it, come back and just get satisfied, like you're learning something, you're knowing something, you're meeting different people and you're gaining some knowledge from them. Then the next one is keep improving and stay resilient. So improve yourself and be a good person and know about the things properly. So in conclusion, I just want to mention that the job preparation or the interview preparation is a process where you get prepared for an interview. You face lots of challenges. So how to overcome those challenges? You should prepare yourself by practicing, by knowing what they might ask, by researching, then having a professional look. All those things will help you to have this particular preparation. Introduction. Importance of mastering job hunting skills. Overview of the presentation is that you're going to learn about how to get a particular job. So let's start this one. So the first one is preparation. So research the company. So you have to know about the company, you have to know all the details about the company, then understand the job description. So you have to understand the particular job description. Suppose you are going to apply for a role of a doctor. Now you just saw this job description in a newspaper or online portal, and now you just want to apply, but you're not checking the job description. So the requirements, suppose you're a doctor also and the post also is for a doctor. Now there might be some changes, like they want a neurologist and you are a different type of doctor. You are having specialist in gynecology or a different segment. Then practice common interview questions. So throughout our course we just discuss about like practice. So you have to practice this common interview questions to prepare yourself. So this is the preparation stage. The next one is presentation. So presentation, like present yourself in front of the interviewer to the best according to the particular company culture, like how the dress up sense they follow. Try to do those kind of dress up. So dress appropriately. Then body language tips. So you should have some body language over there. Like you cannot move your hand and legs however you want. You cannot sit like a normal person. So you should sit in a proper way. So people will have a positive feedback for you. They'll think, okay, this person is having the manners. Then the next one is effective communication. So you should have effective communication during your presentation or present yourself. Like both the sides should have an interaction between them. If the interviewer is asking question and you are just telling like yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir, like that, if you just give answer, then there might be some communication gap between you and the interviewer. So you might not get this chance to get this particular job. Then next one is during the interview. So what is during the interview? Educate. So the next one is during the interview. So in this part, what happens during the interview? The interviewer tells you or asks you something, you give answer. So actively listening. You have to actively listen. You should not be like thinking about something else out of the office or what is there in your home. All those things you cannot think. So you have to listen to the particular interviewer and then answering the questions effectively. So whatever the interviewer is asking you, you should answer this question effectively, and then only there is a possible way to get that particular job. Now there is a method, STAR method. I just told you in our previous classes. What is STAR method? Strategy, task, action, and the result. So in the task method, you have to follow these steps to answer the particular question. Then asking insightful questions. So you can just ask also thoughtful questions like which are connected or related to the particular job. Then the next one is closing the interview. So summarize your strengths. So after discussing everything, you should summarize your strength. What is your strength? So you are a doctor, what is your strength? You are a neurologist or you are a gynecologist. So what is your strength? So you are special for the gynecology. So you are a specialist for that particular subject. You know better. You had surgeries. You did lots of surgery and so many things you have done. Then the next one is expressing enthusiasm for the role. So you have to show interest for the role. If you're not showing the interest for the role, the interviewer won't agree and won't allow you to sit for the particular role. So they might drop you and take someone else. Then understand the next step. So you have to understand the next step. What is the next step? So after the interview, what is the next step can be done? You can just think like, what is the next step? Next step is like to sit and wait. The time limit, whatever they have given you, sit till that time, wait for that time. After that, if they're not responding, you can just go and contact them and talk with them. The next one is research. So research. In research, again, you have to research about the company background and know all the things about the particular company. Then the industry trends. You have to know the industry trends. What are the current trends going in the industry? You have to prepare yourself by knowing these particular industry trends. Then key player in the company. So key players in the company, who all are the key players in the company, like person who is your boss or CEO, like that, you have to know. Then the next one is self-assessment. So self-assessment, your skills and experiences. You have to assess your skills and your experiences. So whatever skills you are having, you have to self-assess, like you're good at that or not. Then your experiences, what experiences you are having, all those things you have to assess. Then your career goal, you have to assess your career goal. If you have to set a particular career goal over here. Then the next one is mock-up interviews. So you have to prepare for yourself, prepare for the interview. So you can just do the mock-up interviews. You can just participate this thing with your friend and you can just get some common interview questions and tell them to ask you and you just give answer. Be in a professional way and just do this one. Then the next one is materials. So what are the materials? Resume copies, portfolio, then notepad and pen, also the cover letter, and whatever documents you're having, like your educational documents, all those things you should carry. So the CV or the resume will cover all of your data together, but it will not show everything in detail, but it will just show some of the part, the major part of the experiences, achievements, education, everything. It will just show over there. Then portfolios are like your mark sheets, everything, results, all those things, or any achievements or any skills you developed, any course you took, all those things you can just put. And then the notepad and the pen. So notepad and the pen you should always carry, because whenever you need to take a note, you can just take it out and take a note and then you can just keep it. Then phone interviews. So phone interviews, these are with the phone. So with the help of a phone call, you are doing this particular interview, finding a quiet location and speaking clearly. So what is your role over here? You have to find a quiet location. Then you have to speak clearly and you have to give all the correct information. But there is a disadvantage of this one, that You won't be able to have a video conversation or a face-to-face conversation with the interviewer. So you might not know some information about yourself. Also, the interviewer won't be able to know about yourself. Then the next one is video interviews. So video interviews, testing technology beforehand. So over here you are using the video interview method, and then you are just looking at each other and getting questions, a lot of questions, and you're good to go for this one. So you will have a interaction with the particular person. Then the next one is in-person interview. So in-person interview, there will be one person sitting in front of you, will be taking your interview, and you'll just discuss with them or with the person. It can be a HR manager, it can be an employer, anything it can be, and you can just have a communication. All the talks you can just do. They will ask you different type of questions, you give answer. The next one is panel interviews. So panel interview is where there will be like more than two persons or a group of people are there and taking your interview. So you can just talk with them. They'll ask you different type of question, you give answer, and if you're selected, they'll let you know. But there is some disadvantage about this one, like you won't be able to connect with everyone, and less communication might be there with some people, and you might feel nervous. All those things you might face over here. The next one is post interview etiquette. So sending a thank you email, you have to send a thank you email, like letting the HR manager or employer or interviewer to know that your gratitudeness. Then the next one is reiterating your interest. So you should show your interest afterwards and highlighting key points from the interview. So you can just highlight the key points from the interview and just mention them. The next one is maintain contact. So following up if you don't hear back. So I just mentioned earlier in this video that if you don't get any answers, so you should go and follow them and you should talk with them and you should ask the feedback from them. The next one is acceptance and rejection. So if you do not get the chance or do not get the particular job, you should be like have the power of acceptance and this rejection. So gracefully accepting a job offer. So if you just getting the job, you can just accept this one, or if you just like reject it, professionally handle the rejection. So you should handle this situation. Over here, thank you email, I just mentioned about the thank you email, how. So greeting and personal note, then appreciation for opportunity, then brief summary of the discussion, reaffirmation of interest, and then closing. So you can just send this one if you got rejected. Also, if you just got accepted, you can just send this one. Then the next one is building your network. So building your network, leveraging social media like Twitter and LinkedIn. So these are the professional social media. So you can just go over there and try to get connected and have a network. Then attending industry events. So you should attend different industry events. So by doing that, you'll know lots of people and they will know you. They can recommend you or you can recommend them. So this is a vice versa. Then joining professional organizations. So you should join the professional organization and you'll have lots of connection, lots of network with different people. Then the next one is maintain relationship. So you should always maintain the relationship. Check to your colleagues, your boss, and other members or other company members also, and maintain a good relationship. So who knows, after 5 years you might need a help or they might need a help, and you go to them and they'll help you. If you don't have a good relationship, they might not help you. Then the next one is networking best practices. So being genuine and authentic, listen more than talk, following up after initial meeting. So following up after initial meeting. Then the next one is profile organization. So this is related to the LinkedIn. Professional photo. You should have a professional photo. Then compiling heading. So you should have a compiling heading. Then detailed summary. So there should be a detailed summary of yourself. Then the next one is engaging with content. Sharing relevant articles. You should share relevant articles over there. Commenting on post. Writing your own article. So you should just comment on different posts. You can just write different type of articles. Then connecting with professionals. The next one is connecting with professionals, sending professional connection request. Then participating in LinkedIn groups, reaching out to recruiters. So you should do these things also. Then the next one is preparing for networking events. So over here, researching attendees. Researching attendees. So you have to research the attendees, like who all are coming over there. Then preparing an event or pitch. So you have to prepare an event or pitch if you're just going to talk. Then bring business card. So always take business card with you. Whenever you are meeting some people, you can just give your business card and they'll know you, they'll keep, and for an emergency, if they need help, they can just contact with you. Conducting informational interviews. So reaching out for meetings, preparing questions, following up with a thank you note. So you have to do this particular things. Then the next one is do's, like networking do's and don'ts. So in this part, do's, be proactive. So always be a proactive, active member. Then show genuine interest. You should show genuine interest in any kind of work, like which is related to your skills, your education. Then keep track on your connections. So you should have a track on your particular connections and you can just work with this one. Then the next one is don'ts. So what you should not do. So don't ask for a job immediately. Wait for some time, like interview got over, then wait for some time, or you just meet a person. You know a person, or you just meet a person only 2 weeks. Now, after 2 weeks, you went and you just said like, I want a job. So you cannot just ask immediately a job. Wait for at least 1 month and then go and ask a job. If they're offering you a job before you ask, then it's good. Then don't be insecure. So don't be insecure over here, and don't neglect follow up. So you should not neglect the follow ups over here. You should go for the follow ups if they call you. So they'll discuss the situation, what went wrong and how they can help you, and it might work out and you can get the particular job. So like that, you can just do things. Now, I want to mention that a job interview is a very, very important process. You should be prepared and you should work for that one. You should prepare yourself, be professional, and give the job interview. So if you're professional, if your resume is correct and good, everything, the interviewer will be like amazed and they'll feel like, okay, this person is having interest, genuine interest in our particular company, so we can take him or her and they will get the job. So I hope you all understand about this class. If you have doubts, let us know. We'll be able to help you.